Hello, my name is Jesse Mecham with another episode of the Jesse Mecham Show, and I'm here each week to obsess out loud about, well, today it's going to be saving. No, it's going to be spending. Let's obsess about both because they are, after all, the same thing. When someone tells you, yeah, I never worry about money, you're talking to a unicorn. But that person might also just be a natural saver. And are they perhaps still a little bad with money? We'll get there. It is possible they have a big pile of cash and are bad at money. Or you talk to someone and they're like, yeah, I worry about money. And you find out that that person thinks of themselves as a saver. I'm sorry. That person thinks of themselves as a spender. We talked about the saver already. I'll get there, people. Follow along. What happens is they're just kind of classified into two buckets. You got the spender, you got the saver. Why do I disagree with that classification? Because money is meant to be spent. And they're both going to spend that money. That saver may not spend the money. It may be the kids that spend the money. Or as you know, that saver may be saving up for the coffin. All tricked out. Just dripping, as they say. But they're going to spend the money. Or the kids are going to spend the money. The spender sees the money and knows, I know what I want. And the saver says, I know I like to save. And if you're a spender, naturally, that's fine. But you also know that you do it a little too aggressively, a little too thoughtlessly, impulsively. I don't know what, you don't like it. You worry. That's our measurement stick. You're a spender that worries about money, or you're a saver that worries about money. And we're going to get rid of the worry for both. The key is to ask yourself just a very simple question. What do you want the money to do? You give every dollar a job. And if you're a spender, specifically for you today, that wants to become a little bit more of a saver, I would have you do this. 1, set a target number for just the biggest pile you can possibly build of money. I don't care if you're like, my big pile is $50. Good. Okay. 500. Cool. 50,000. I'll be curious about my next question with the 50,000 person. Then I want to know what you would do if you had a pile of money that big. Now, don't go lottery on me, okay? Although that is fun too. I did it with Faye a little while ago. It is quite fun, but don't go lottery. Just like, yeah, this is a sum of money I could save if I gave it some effort. It's going to be pretty big. It needs to be big enough where the exercise of what do you want the money to do would be interesting. $20, not that interesting to me. Interesting to my kids? Absolutely. So think that through, because what we want the spender to do is recognize that savings is going to be spent, and it therefore will do the thing you love that money does, which is, buy things. The saver, on the other hand, needs to go through the same exercise. They just already have to have the big pile of money. And we need to have them break up that pile and say, what do you want this money to do, and this money to do, and this money to do, or all of it to do one big Disney cruise. And I say that because we have a lot of Disney fans that are also YNM fans, but I also say that because that was, in my mind, a big deal for us back before cruises cost $1 million. I don't remember many details about it. All I know is we saved up for it for 2 years. It was 15 years ago or something, and a little bit every month. And then we went on that cruise. And after 3 days of acclimating to all of the people that decided to go on the cruise boat with us, it was a great time. But that saving up bit did make the cruise seem more special and at the same time less stressful. So you can have something be very meaningful and also not stressful. How would you do that with a wedding? Nothing that's in my life. I just was throwing it out there because I was like, oh yeah, that's a meaningful day that also could be very stressful. I'll bet people have pulled it off. Another one for us was the car. We saved up and paid cash for a car. Not totally true. It was a Honda Odyssey. We did save up the cash, and then to get the deal, we actually did borrow money for 3 days. And he told me I had to hold on to that loan for 6 months, but I read the fine print. And you did not have to hold on to the loan for 6 months. So we bought the car, and a few days later, I paid off the loan. And we saved a bunch because they had made the money on the loan instead of on the car. And I got a car for less. But we did save up for that beautiful Honda Odyssey for a long time. We saved up for a piano for a long time. And that piano still sits in our house today, blessing us. But there are items, dear spender, that you could think of. You're like, I would love to have that thing. That's what savings is for. That's my whole point. That's what the savings is for. The savings is for you to spend. So I want you to set aside or set in your mind an amount where you're like, I'm going to get that much money and then I'm going to spend it because that's what you love. Now, again, the saver, give every dollar a job in that pile and start to see if it doesn't help you kind of loosen up a little bit. We don't want you to be worrying about money, having this never reachable goal of ever bigger number and never actually have your money do what it is meant to do, which is buy things, give it away. And to be totally honest, giving it away is still just buying things. If you think about it for just a few seconds longer, investing it is just saying you want ROI so that you get more money so that you will spend it. It's all going to be spent. So saver, think about how you want to spend it. And spender, think about building up that big pile of money and then think about how you want to spend it. Yeah, it's meant to be spent. That's all there is to it. Remember that. Until next time, dear spender, dear saver, give every dollar a job.